guys, I'm Peter Hurley, and I am here with B&H Photo and Video, and we are in Madison Square Park because today we're going to show you what's in this bag. When I'm on a plane, I get two bags to carry. I get a carry-on and a personal item. Carry-on, personal item. Shapeshifter is my personal item. My carry-on is my Airport International Security 2.0 from Think Tank. These bags are awesome. They're built to rock, and they take a beating and keep on ticking, and I love them. So everything fits in here. I got to make sure that I fit the gear I need in here. Between the two of them, I fit plenty of stuff, all my lenses, all my bodies. Look, I love gear just like all of you. I'm sure everybody loves gear. But the fact is, we get the job done with this stuff. I'm an artist, and I need this to create my art. This is what does it. So let's take a look. Most of people who see me shoot know that I shoot tethered and I shoot on a tripod. I use a Feisel CT3472LV tripod. This thing doesn't leave my possession ever. It's probably my favorite, one of my favorite pieces of gear. And this one in particular is 3 years old. And I love it. Like, these things are unbelievable. So I'm gonna set it off to the side, and then I'm gonna throw my body on it. I'm gonna do a build here. We're gonna just show you how it's done. I use an Arca Swiss PO ball head. I like the standard mount. I like the little spinning mount to lock it in, and I love the way it works with the camera. My body of choice, Canon 5DS, guys. This is a new body. The camera just came out. It just became available. I love it. We're gonna throw it on the Feisel. Guys, I'm predominantly a headshot shooter. We're in the park. I might take some headshots here of people, or I might be shooting a scene. I might need a little wider lens. My lens of choice, and the one I really love, is the Canon 100mm macro. That's my lens of choice when I shoot headshots. So we're gonna throw this puppy on there. I'll take the lens caps off, and I'm in action. Now I'm in business. I'm good to go, right? There's my setup. I know this may be strange to some of you to see me setting up on a tripod outside, but it's just the way I roll. I always shoot tethered. I use the Tether Tools Aero table, so I got this sucker, and this thing goes onto my tripod, and I've got a 3442 Feisel that works with that. We're not gonna set this up, but you get the sense of it. I got my trusty Tether Tools tether cable, complete with a jerk stopper. This is a 3.0 cable. USB 3.0 because the 5DS has the 3.0 out, so I'll just hook that in, and there you go. That we'll hook it into the camera later, but that's pretty good. So that's my setup. That goes into my laptop, which is in my shapeshifter, and I shoot with a MacBook Pro, a Retina display MacBook Pro, so we'll just hang that out over here. We're gonna dive in here and we're gonna talk about some of these items. One thing that's really important is this: have an extra body. I got two bodies. I got the 5D Mark III and I got the 5DS, and that's what I roll with. Every client I shoot for asks for behind the scenes video. I need two bodies. I need a body for video and a body for shooting. And then if one goes down, I'm good. I also always take my GoPro with me so that I've got it. I can do time lapse on it. I can do little running around on it. I can get it in precarious places. It's awesome. So I have the GoPro Hero 4, and I take that sucker on the road with me. I also have some audio items for when I'm shooting the behind the scenes video, or I'm doing any kind of video stuff. So I use the Video Mic Pro from Rode. Along with my Rode Video Mic, I got the Rode Filmmaker Kit. These suckers just came out, and they're really simple and easy to use, and they're amazing. So I'm psyched to be working with these. So I got my audio situation covered, and I got my video situation covered. What else do we have in here? Let's see. Of course, we have extra batteries and a battery charger. Oh my goodness. I don't go anywhere without this, guys. X-Rite i1 Display Pro. If you are working on an uncalibrated monitor, you're running blind. I bring this everywhere with me. I calibrate all the time. I want to make sure my images look their best. I use X-Rite products, so I always have this in the bag. It's awesome. Let's talk about some lenses that are in here. I got my 85 1.2 Canon, which I like, a really wide open lens that gives me some nice looks to my stuff. I got my 24-70. Now, some of these I'll use for video, or I'll shoot with them. I like shooting with this one a lot. Of course, I've got my 100mm macro that I use a bunch. I've also got a 135, which is a really nice sharp lens that I can really get some nice shallow depth of field on, which is nice. And when in a pinch and far away or whatever, you gotta always have your 70 to 200, 2.8. Here she blows. Right there. There it is. Very nice. So I got that sucker with me. And I'm set. So I got a full line. I've got everything covered from 24 to 200. I never leave the studio without my trusty shebang button. Shebang! You got to have a shebang button if you're me. So I photograph people. I want to get uncomfortable and chill and stuff. I don't like playing music too loud, but you always got to have a little bit of tunes on the set, you know? So I got my Bose SoundLink Mini just to get people fired up and going. This is the way you go. So you throw that in, hook it into Bluetooth, and boom, shakalaka, you're ready to go. Canon's got this fancy thing that cleans their sensor and stuff like that, but I always like to have a Geodis rocket blower just to make sure I'm clean if I ever see any dust on there. So I have that with me. I got more stuff. I got stuff, but why is everything in here serves a purpose? Otherwise, why am I bringing it, right? So I got this ALM M-Cam light for the iPhone 6. I like to throw my iPhone in here. You know, I like to get my iPhone on a tripod, and I like to throw my Rode mic on top. And I like to do a little running and gunning with this sometimes if I don't feel like doing it with the GoPro or whatever. I just like to make sure that I'm getting enough footage. Let's say I'm periscoping and I want a wide angle lens. Boom, right there, I got it. You know, social media these days is huge. You got to figure out your social media presence and you got to have tools to do it. So that's, for me, it's important to have this in there. One of the most important things, if I shoot all this stuff all day long, right, and it goes into my computer, and this sucker goes into my hotel room, and some guy walks off with it, what's gonna happen? We're gonna have a problem, right? So what do I have to do? Back up, back up, back up. I gotta back everything up. So what do I bring with me? I bring 2 drives, WD drives. I bring a WD My Passport Air, and I bring a WD My Passport for Mac. So these 2 suckers are 1 terabyte each. I can fill those babies up with whatever I need to do. Now I've got 2. I can give 1 to my assistant, keep it in his room. I can keep 1 on my person. It's that small. The Air is so tiny, I can leave it in my shapeshifter, which usually comes with me. I don't want to be worried about my computer being in my room after doing a huge shoot for an entire week over in, you know, Zimbabwe or something, and then I gotta be worried about my stuff. So I back up 3 times, and then when I get back to the studio, I will throw everything onto my NAS server. I can also go to the cloud with it, but I can't have enough backup, so I'll use WD drives. Guys, the other thing that's important, if you're not shooting tethered and you need to get your pictures into your computer, you want a USB 3.0. This is a Lexar dual slot USB 3.0 card reader. So this gives me speed. 3.0 USB. So if I'm shooting somebody and I'm not tethered, which is rare, but it happens, I can jump over to the computer, give this to my assistant, say get those files in there, start shooting another card, and then come over and edit later. So I always take that with me. I also got with me my Think Tank Photo Trusty Pixel Pocket Rocket. It's got all my cards in here. I got some cards in here. I got my Lexars, and I got some SanDisks, and I got all sorts of stuff in here. And I like the fast ones. Guys, that's what I got in my bag. I got a battery charger over here. I think we're good. I think that's about it. That's what I got in my bag, guys. This is the way I roll. This lets me get the job done, and done well. Guys, I'm Peter Hurley, and that's what's in my bag.